Good morning. How are y'all doing? It's a beautiful Monday morning. Kind of overcast skies here in the Central Florida area. A little thunder, loud birds. Birds are loud. You hear all that? Like living in the
They're
jungle.
praising the Lord early in the morning. They're
Okay.
thankful.
Anyway, we haven't been on
Excuse me.
we haven't been on in a little bit. We thought we'd drop by. We had a great yesterday. We've had great yesterdays forever, but yesterday was especially nice. We got to see some family members we haven't seen
In a long
in a
time.
very long time. We talked to you before about reconnecting and staying connected, and it was an opportunity for us to do just that. And tell people who these people were. Cause these are your people,
Yes.
your people.
I got to talk with my great nephew. Yes, I have a great nephew.
Hey, it was great.
And he's great. He's a beautiful, handsome, and his wife is beautiful. They have a beautiful family, and it was such a blessing to sit down and talk to young married couple and do some coaching.
Oh yeah, we had to share some stuff, you know, and in a really not really intense environment. We were at a restaurant, so we got to share some nuggets with them, and it always gives people something to think about. We kind of figured out that a lot of people, a lot of young folks don't have people to talk to.
Yeah,
They just don't have people to talk to. They don't have resources.
The backbone and the people that like back when we were first married. I had my parents and a lot of people, older people that I could go to for counseling, that I trusted and help, that could give you advice. Now, do you always listen to that advice?
No.
But then when you get older, you're like, they were right.
They weren't wrong. You didn't like it, but they weren't wrong.
Yes. So I love doing that. That's why we do this podcast.
What we're doing today.
Because we love helping and coaching and mentoring, and it's important that you back up young people and when they're trying to do the right things.
Exactly. You know what? There's so much. There's so many negative influences in the common culture, and a lot of times that's the only thing that the only resources they have are the negative culture, the ratchet culture, and no one's really cheering marriage on. No one's saying yeah, it's hard, but you can do it. That is not a common thing in the culture. Yes, it's difficult. Your new job is difficult, but you can do it. Just hang in there. There's a whole bunch of, if you don't want to do it, it's too hard, just don't do it.
Yeah, just leave it.
Just leave it. Because if it's hard, you weren't supposed to be doing it. Well, that's really not true.
No. That you never give up. No matter what it looks like, if you feel in your heart that you're supposed to be there and you're supposed to do this, never give up. Fight for your marriage. Fight for the job that you love. Fight for your kids. Be a fighter. Don't give up. I think so many people in this world right now are so wimpy. The least little thing somebody says to you or what they do to you and all that stuff, don't take it personal. Just take it and go on and do what you were brought here to do. Because if nobody did what they were brought here to do, look at this world.
We'd have exactly what we have now.
Yes. We have what we have.
So what we don't have is we've lost the culture that says anything worth having is worth fighting for. And so when you want something to be easy, and you don't have to fight for, maybe that's not worth having. So anything worth having is worth fighting for. No matter it's your relationships, it's your marriage, it's your kids, it's your job, and sometimes you have to fight. Sometimes you have to fight yourself. There's got to be struggle, because without struggle there can't be victory. And unless you know struggle, you will never know true victory. Everything will be sort of lukewarm and meh. And that's not how God intended you to live your life.
And you're not experiencing an abundant life.
No.
You're not experiencing the life that God put you here to experience.
Yes, and in order to do that, in order to experience that sort of abundance, you have to experience hardship sometime and struggle. That's what you have to do sometimes. So yeah. So fight for it. Learn to fight for it. Learn to work for it. And if you need help, learn to ask for it.
Yeah, don't suffer in silence.
No.
Those are a lot of mistakes that I personally, I don't know if you, but you suffer in silence and don't tell people how you feel or what's going on, and it just builds up and builds up, and then you have people that go into depression and they want to start drugs and do all kind of things to harm themselves, when if you just spoke up.
You just need to tell somebody. And it's especially tough because you have to find people who are cheering for you. Because everybody who's out there who's your friend, they aren't necessarily cheering for you. Because people
be careful who you speak up to.
Because people who are cheering for you will tell you to hang in. You have enough. You are enough. You can do it. Not necessarily people who are, who are part of that culture where if it's not easy, then it's not for you. And I think we have to do something to eliminate that culture. But we go and eliminate it, a couple at a time. People who are watching this video here on Facebook and on YouTube, if I had something to say, if I had one piece of advice to say to you before it starts to rain, is hang in. Hang in. We know it's hard.
Yeah.
When we're talking to a couple yesterday. Yeah, they figured out that it's hard. They figured out that it's tough. But they also figured out that it's worth it. They hadn't been married that long, especially compared to us. But they have figured out already that it's worth it.
We're dinosaurs in this.
Compared to them, yeah, yes. But they also have had the advantage. I need to switch out a little bit. They've also had the advantage of having really good role models too. I'm not talking about us necessarily, but they've had the advantage of really good role models that have been married for a long, long time.
And depend on and
I know that those people are actually cheering for them.
Yes.
They're cheering for them as individuals, and they're cheering for their marriage. So, so they've had that advantage. And I know that a lot of you may have not had that advantage, and that's kind of the reason that we're here. This is kind of why the Lord spoke to Debbie, so we could start doing this kind of thing. Because not everybody has those people in their lives who are cheering for them.
Who will back them
we
up.
are cheering for you. We want it to work for you.
Yes.
We really do. We want to see people. I want to see people win. I want to see people's marriages win. I want to see people's lives win. Because when you win, we win.
Yes.
Because when you win, we win. So that is why we're here. And I apologize for not posting more often. We're not going to make any commitments that we're going to post every day, because that's
not
crazy.
going to happen.
Y'all who post every day,
life happens.
Lord
life
of mercy.
happens, and we want to come on and just share. We probably, I don't want to say when we will do videos, but we will not stop doing videos.
Mm-hmm. We'll still be around. We're not going anywhere.
And we will leave our information below so that you can contact us if you're needing some coaching, some counseling, and help, making it through. Because with the way the world is right now, sometimes all you have is this right here.
That's it.
Sometimes that's all you have, and with the Lord, of course,
that's all you can depend on. Because everything is moving, everything is shaking.
Like the sun.
Yeah, that's fine. That's okay. It's still out. But so I understand how it can get kind of scary. It can get kind of frightening, because things seem to be shifting so much, and they are. If you think things are shifting, it's because they are. But you know what? We here at Real Talk of Deborah, we got you. We got you. So down in the description boxes is a way that you can get a hold of us. comment if you've got something in particular that you want to talk about. And on Facebook, go ahead and and send us a little note here and say, what about this? We're going through this. Because frankly, anything that you're going through as a married couple, other people have already done.
Other people
And a
have
lot of people
successfully
have
gone
been
through it.
successful in doing it. I know it seems overwhelming sometimes, but other people have already done it. And that's the thing that ought to make you the happiest. Other people have already done it and been successful. So go ahead and feel free. You ain't got to tell everybody your business. You don't have to tell everybody your business. But if you have something specific that you want prayer about, or that you need counseling about, or you just need a hint or a nugget, ask us. If we know, we'll tell you. If we don't know, we'll try to
We'll
direct
find
you.
out.
We'll try to direct you to people who do know. Is that good? You happy about that? You feel better? I hope so, because it's gonna rain in a minute. It's gonna rain. It's gonna rain on your head. Another Color Purple reference. It's gonna rain on your head. All right.
And I want to give another shout out to a
Uh-oh.
family member. I lost a family member this weekend, and it's a young family member. So,
Mm-hmm.
and we're praying for you, Pat and Thomas. We're praying for you, and we love you, and we know that he's in a good place, because we know that he loved the Lord Jesus. So, but
Mm-hmm.
anything else?
That'll do it.
We just had a little nugget. Wanted to come in and talk to you guys. Say how much we love and care.
Yes, that's all. We love and care about you, and we're not going anywhere. So again, if you have anything that you want to share, put it down in the comments, and check out the description box on YouTube for ways to get a hold of us. And just like always, go out there and learn something, love somebody, and for goodness sakes, I'll take care of yourself. And remember this: never forget, we love you, and
And
there's
there's
nothing
nothing
you
you
can
can
do
do
about
about
it.
it.
We'll see you. Bye bye now.
Peace.